second time in 3 games. It was only the 3rd player to ever have 50 points in a potential elimination game. He also joined Michael Jordan as the only player to ever have 3 straight 40-point, 5 rebound, 5 assist games in the playoffs. So Shannon, has a star been born, or are we just seeing him ride a hot streak right now?
Skip, I've never seen anything like this. Jamal Murray averaged 18.5 points in the regular season. He shot 35% from the 3 on 5 attempts a game. He's now 34 points a game, 57 from the 3 on 9 attempts.
Say that again, 57?
57% from the 3-point line. And he's increased his scoring by 15.5 points.
Ugh.
Skip, I've never seen anything like this, and unfortunately somebody's going to lose, and it's going to be forgotten. Because Donovan Mitchell is matching him. Everything that he's doing, Donovan Mitchell is doing for his team.
Yes.
I mean, but you look at Jamal Murray, he had 20 points in the 4th quarter in overtime in game 1. 21 points in the 4th quarter in game 4. 16 points in the 4th quarter in an elimination game.
Yep. 21
points in the 4th quarter in an elimination game. Skip, I've never seen anything like this for a series. Now, we've seen games where guys go back and forth. We saw it in the first game of the series, Skip. One had, 40 plus, the other had 57. We've seen it for a game, not for the entirety of a series. So it's going to go 7 games. And basically what's happening is you've got to score, if you're and Murray, he has to score 40 to 50 in order for them to win. Donovan Mitchell has to score 40 to 50 in order for them to win. So for me, Skip, it's hard for me to say because, look, Jordan is a unique, man, most guys, Kevin Durant has a higher playoff scoring average than his regular season. So does LeBron. Yep. So does Jordan. But Skip, not 15 points.
No.
So I'm going to say it's a hot streak. Do I believe he has the potential to be a star? But Skip, because he has that, he's like a Dame. He can shoot the 3. You run him off the 3, he can get to the mid-range, and he can drive it all the way to the basket. You foul him, he can go to the free throw line. So that's what these young guys, Skip. The NBA, when you look at him and Donovan Mitchell and Jason Tatum and Luka Doncic, yep. Skip, these guys, the court is spaced so wide. Mm-hmm. Guys can get whatever they want and they can shoot it. So, Skip, I'm going to hold off on saying he's arrived. This ain't just a hot streak. This is a historic hot streak.
It is. I have wrestled with this all night and all morning. Every night I sit back and watch these 2 young men and I say, that's impossible, and that's impossible. And he keeps doing it, and he makes another one, he makes another one. And both have the total package, to your point, because Jamal Murray is pretty good from mid-range jump shooting.
Yes.
Pretty good. He's not Kawhi Leonard or Michael Jordan, but he's pretty good. He's got that in his repertoire. In fact, in a Game 7 last year, first round of the playoffs, at Denver, he made a 14-foot jump shot with 30 seconds left that was the dagger for my Spurs. That put Denver up 4, and that was the end of that story. So he's capable of making big shots because I saw him make that from mid-range. And as we saw against Rudy Gobert, end of 3rd quarter of the last game, he did that 360.
360 up and under.
It's just like, okay, so he's got all of the above, and he can shoot the 3 like a madman when he gets going. There was one last night on a break. I don't know if we
he pulled up. He's like a 103.
He said, I'm out of my mind. I'm just going to shoot this. I don't know if we have it or not. Do we have it? Yeah, we do. So there's a turnover. Whoops. And here we go. And he just says,
Skip, they got a 3-on-1.
I got this 3-on-1. And he just rips it. And that's when I said, that's too good.
Yeah.
You guys are done.
No, that's what the coach. No, son, Pat. Good job.
Good job. Okay, so in the 4th quarter last night, he makes 5 of 5 3-point shots and 7 of 8 shots from the floor.
Yeah.
That's 21 points. That's just too good.
Too good, yeah.
Okay, now, I'm going to go with you on, I'm going to lean hot streak here because he needs to show me in a Game 7 he can do it again.
Right.
Now, Utah is not, they've lost their defensive mentality and mindset and sort of mystique and aura they used to have. They're a middle-of-the-pack defensive team, and that's helping him some. He also has an all-star along for the ride, Jokic, and I think their defensive game plan has been more focused on Jokic than on Jamal.
Well, Skip, if you really think about it, Utah is Rudy Gobert. Nobody else is playing defense.
No.
It's Rudy Gobert clogging up the paint, challenging shots.
Standing under the basket.
Right. So it's not like they got wing guys that can, can funnel you one way or another. That's not what they are. They're Rudy Gobert, and that's it.
Okay, so now I got another shocking stat for you. The same guy who made 5 out of 5 three-point shots last night in the fourth quarter, in 2 Game 7s last year, this will be his 3rd straight playoff series Game 7. Against the Spurs, he was 0 for 2 from 3, and against Portland in a Game 7 at Denver, he was 0 for 4. So last year, in 2 Game 7s, he made 0 threes, and now he's making 57% for 6 games.
Skip, he was 9 or 12.
What?
He was 9 or 12 last night.
12 last night. I know, that's impossible.
And even Donovan was 9 or 13.
Okay, so think about it. Last year, he played 2 full Game 7s and didn't make a single three. And his shooting was 9 of 19 against the Spurs. He did make the dagger.
Right.
But against Portland at Denver, Game 7, here you go to the conference finals, he goes 4 of 18 and 0 for 2. 17 total points, and CJ went off for Portland and scored 37 and won the game for them.
Yeah.
Okay?
But Skip, I mean, the thing is with them, and look at Donovan Mitchell. He's averaging 38. He's averaging 39 up from 24 in the regular season. So you got 2 guys, Skip, that have increased from the regular season to the playoffs by 15. Skip, that's, look 3 points, because Jordan is a 33, if I'm not mistaken, a 33 points per game playoff as opposed to 30. That's 3 points. Skip, 15? Come on now.
Okay, so I need to see him do it one last time against Donovan, and then guess what happens? He's up against, what do you call them, the 3 best defensive wings, including Marcus Morris, and Kawhi, and Paul George.
I think that'll be a better series with them as opposed to Utah. Because Utah because if you got one guy, it's going to be really hard to beat the Clippers because they can force the ball, and that's what they started doing with Luka. They started forcing the ball out of his hand. Okay, Kleber, make that shot. Okay, Hardaway Jr., okay, Finney-Smith, make those shots. And they couldn't. With Murray, he does have Doncic.
He does.
Excuse me, doesn't have a Jokic, have Joker. So it would be a better series. It's going to be interesting, Skip. I believe he's probably going to have to get 40 plus to win again. Donovan's going to have to do 50.
I congratulate him on what he's done so far, but obviously this is what have you done for me lately, League, and you're going to have to do it one more time before we start to christen him and say you have arrived as a star.
We're going to forget, Skip. The thing is, it's sad, but whoever loses this series, we're going to forget how good the other player played in this series because there's a chance that Donovan Mitchell could average 40 and lose a Game 7, and all we're going to talk about is Murray, how he averaged 35, 36, and got his team to advance.
Well, if Donovan loses Game 7, they will have lost 3 straight games.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And what that would tell you, Skip, the better team would have won. Because there ain't no way you can get lucky.
Nope.
You can't get lucky 3 times in a row.
The basketball world mourns the loss of John Thompson.